Boxing may look like the same sport everywhere, but the truth is every country fights differently, not because of genetics, but because of culture, history, and survival. Each nation built its boxing style around what worked best for them, what won fights, what earned respect, and what kept fighters standing. Let's break down how the world learned to box. American boxing is built on defense, intelligence, and control. It's not about rushing forward. It's about making your opponent miss, then making them pay. The United States is too large for a single national style, but certain principles dominate: precision, rhythm, evasion. At the center of this approach is the famous shoulder roll defense, also known as the Philly shell. Hands low, shoulder high, minimal movement. Fighters like Floyd Mayweather perfected it, slipping punches by inches and countering with surgical accuracy. This style wasn't created for show. It was forged in brutal gyms where survival mattered more than flash. American fighters emphasize circular footwork, head movement, and comfort in the pocket. They stay close, slip shots, and fire back without panic. Power matters, but timing matters more. In the US, the jab is king. Every combination has purpose. Every movement is calculated. This style developed in a hyper-competitive environment where fighters had to win and entertain. The result is a system that rewards patience, discipline, and clean execution. Soviet boxing took a completely different path. Born inside a state-controlled Olympic system, Soviet boxing treated fighting like a science, not violence, not emotion, but strategy. At its core is pendulum footwork, a rhythmic bounce that keeps fighters light, mobile, and constantly resetting distance. Soviet boxers use a high guard and a probing jab to control space. They don't rush. They create a safe zone and force opponents to step into danger. Offense comes in sharp textbook punches, straight rights, precise crosses, and a looping left hook designed to bypass traditional guards. Everything is timed. Everything is measured. This style was engineered by elite coaches who valued mental toughness and tactical dominance. The goal was simple: hit without being hit. To some it looks cold or mechanical, but at its peak, Soviet boxing is chess in motion, calm, methodical, and devastatingly effective. Japanese boxing blends structure with relentless willpower. Japanese fighters press forward, but never recklessly. They stay compact, disciplined, and technically sharp. Rapid jabs and straight punches form the backbone of the style. Fighters move in and out of range with pendulum steps, similar to Soviet footwork, but with more emphasis on close-range exchanges. The pace is suffocating, high volume without losing form. This approach reflects deeper cultural values: discipline, honor, endurance. Influenced by the Bushido Code, fighters are taught to move forward with composure no matter the cost. Pain is expected. Quitting is not. Most elite Japanese boxers come from lighter weight classes where speed and conditioning dominate. Their stamina allows them to push a frantic pace for all 12 rounds, often getting stronger as the fight goes on. It's not flashy, it's not loose, but it's relentless. Mexican boxing is built on toughness and close-range warfare. This is a style that lives in the pocket. Fighters are trained to trade punches and break opponents down with body shots, tight hooks, short uppercuts, relentless pressure. Mexican fighters will take one punch if it means landing a harder one back. This isn't carelessness, it's cultural. In Mexico, boxing fans demand action. They don't cheer for defense, they cheer for heart. Many fighters turn professional young, skipping long amateur careers. Julio Cesar Chavez turned pro at 17. Canelo Alvarez at 15. Instead of point scoring, fighters are shaped through brutal sparring that builds durability and aggression. The Mexican style is a product of poverty, pride, and perseverance. It's not pretty, but it's unforgettable. Cuban boxing is movement, timing, and defensive brilliance. Rooted in Olympic tradition, the Cuban style values efficiency over power. The goal is to score clean and escape untouched. Fighters glide around the ring using fluid footwork, lateral movement, and constant weight shifts. Counters come from sharp angles and lightning-fast reflexes. This system was heavily influenced by Soviet coaching but blended with Caribbean rhythm and natural athleticism. Movements often resemble dance, smooth, unpredictable, effortless. After professional boxing was banned in 1961, the entire system focused on amateur dominance. Winning rounds mattered more than knockouts. Cuban fighters waste nothing. No extra motion, no unnecessary risk. It's not just a style, it's a philosophy. Win clean, move smart, and never let them touch you. British boxing is built in structure, order, and respect for fundamentals. The jab controls everything: range, timing, rhythm. Most British fighters adopt an upright stance with a high guard. Punches are straight and economical. Movement is crisp, darting in and out rather than slipping deep inside. This reflects a long-standing British ethos: no unnecessary risk, no chaos. As early as the early 20th century, British champions preached striking on entry and exiting before counters could land. That mindset still defines the system today. Flash is discouraged. Showboating is frowned upon. Boxing is treated as a craft. In Britain, it's not about dominance. It's about control. Filipino boxing is chaos, speed, and relentless volume. Fighters rely on rapid-fire lead, hooks and jabs to disrupt opponents. This opens the door for crushing rear-hand crosses and sudden pivots. The pace is overwhelming. Footwork is unpredictable, buzzing around opponents from unfamiliar angles. This style was forged in extreme conditions: hot gyms, brutal sparring, endless rounds. Fighters like Manny Pacquiao grew up fighting in environments where boxing wasn't optional. It was survival. The result is a style that isn't polished but sharpened, raw, explosive, and endlessly entertaining. Every country boxes the way it does for a reason. Styles aren't accidents, they're answers to history. And once you understand where they come from, you'll never watch a fight the same way again. If you're enjoying this kind of deep boxing analysis, subscribe to the channel and follow Ring Analytics for more documentaries like this.